guys who are currently watching a clip from our podcast, The Fellas, the full podcast is available exclusively on Spotify with video for free. So go ahead and follow us on Spotify. It actually helps us out more than you could imagine.
McDonald's in Qatar is shocking.
Really?
They had like a fans menu. I swear, the meat didn't feel like meat. Yeah, they had like a McFans menu where you could order like a different burger with a different patty. No one was ever ordering it. So the meat was just
want the nuggets, boss.
There.
You got, please. I don't want no fan nuggets.
Facts. It's a Big Mac or nuggets. You can't trust anything else. That's it. You can't. So it was
cool.
It was tough. I remember.
So, but Qatar itself, I heard the hospitality in terms of the people there that were so nice,
mate.
All the,
I was
like
so
the
shocked.
locals, everyone is just so.
I was so
because
shocked.
a lot of the times when you get like, especially football fans with the reputation the football fans have, and they go abroad, you get a lot of hostility from locals. But I heard it was complete opposite in Qatar. Yeah,
because I'll never forget when I've done some trips abroad where I've been to places and they've just not been welcoming.
Where's the worst one that you've been to?
Turkey was pretty bad, but in a good way. So it was just scary. I went to Galatasaray Barcelona, and it was not welcoming at all. Marseille is number one the worst. Sorry, I take it back. Marseille is an absolute dump, but it's a dump that I love because it makes for a better atmosphere. But they do not welcome English people. I went for Feyenoord in the cup, and because I spoke English, they thought I was Dutch, and they would just tried to kick me out. I had to like show them. And then I went again for Marseille Tottenham in the Champions League this year, where Højbjerg scored a last minute winner. When Marseille made it 1-0, it was one of the most insane atmospheres. They closed one of the whole stands. It was still one of the best games I've been to.
Really?
Yeah. They have ultras on both sides of the grounds behind the goal. But the place itself is not welcoming. Like, you go down the street, you can't be wearing a watch.
Vibes.
You can't have your phone out. You got to keep to yourself.
Sounds like London.
Yeah, but worse, mate. Marseille is like number one place. You got to be careful.
The police also treat you like shit.
They do
in French stadiums.
And the Champions League final, Liverpool against
the Paris one in Paris.
Real Madrid. Yeah, in Paris. It's not in Paris. It's in a place called Saint Denis.
Yeah, just outside.
Absolute dump.
Mate, that is the worst experience I've ever had. I already spoke about it quite a lot.
Did you go as well?
Yeah. And we were in like the tear gas and shit like that.
And they were running around telling people.
I wasn't in the tear gas, but I was watching people being.
We went right next to it. It got shot next to us.
I got tear gassed at Marseille. Really? It leaked into the stadium because they were spraying it at the Marseille Ultras, so they were fighting their own almost, the police. And then it was leaking into the stadium. So the people in the stadium like this. You can actually find the clip on my Marseille Feyenoord vlog. I was in the stadium like this. Never witnessed anything like that in football. And the fact we're talking about France here, we're not talking about Africa or Asia, places that are less developed. We're talking about a place that should get this right. Marseille's the second biggest city in France, for God's sake. It makes a great atmosphere, but look, the tear gas just leaks into the ground. I mean, the fans are insane.
That doesn't like.
If you could do a trip, make it happen. Honestly,
I'm not sure, boss.
I feel like
I'll watch your vlog though. I think that's
right. One of the most insane atmospheres.
Where would you say has had the best atmosphere?
Yeah, it's up there. I'd say Marseille's up there. But number one for me is actually the Serbia-Belgrade derby, Red Star Partizan.
Yeah, I've heard about. Have you seen their tunnel chip?
No.
Oh, it's insane.
Maybe I have. I think I might have seen.
So their tunnel, and they usually line it with like riot police as well, just to add like that. Here they are,
bro. It looks like a bunker.
Whoa.
Bro, if I'm a player and I'm walking through that tunnel, I'm saying, boss, I don't feel too well.
And do you know what's mad? The roof of it shakes because the fans, the ultras, are above it, so you can hear them. Mm-hmm. You can see it bouncing. The tunnel is bouncing, and you're walking out ready to play them. It's the most noise I've ever seen in the ground. And it's weird because it comes out so far.
Yeah, you would think like that stadium is almost not built to keep noise in.
Callum, can you search up Gary Speed, Red Star? Right, so Bolton played Red Star, and this was in 06, so I was 5 years old, I didn't go. And my dad probably thought I was going to die. But look at this photo. He walks out there, Bolton, we're talking about, in the Premier League. You know, the police are around you. They proper try to scare you. They get everything they can. We walked out there, we won 1-0. Wow. No English team has beat Red Star since. Liverpool's played them, they lost. I think Arsenal went there. Manchester United, no one's got a result. Bolton were the last team to do
mighty
it.
Bolton.
The mighty Wanderers.
That is a cold image.
I'm not even going to lie. That Reebok, that Reebok on the front as well? That's cool.
Yeah. They're charging 375 quid for that image.
I know.
I can see why,
real
man.
question.
I know.
What a robbery.
Rest in peace, Gary Speed. What a guy as well.
Yeah. So you would say that's been probably the...
Oh, mate. That derby, one of the best.
Who's the derby between?
Red Star and Partizans, the two Belgrade. So their stadiums are nearby each other. They're very similar. But they stand for, back in the day, there was the the left-wing socialist team, which was Red Star.
So it's
and then there was the
politically charged.
police team, which was Partizan. But now the Partizan team is a little bit more... I might have got that wrong, by the way, but Partizan team is a little bit more of a cultural... They're slightly... You go to different areas of the Belgrade and it's black and white or it's red and white. It's really cool.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing. But it's a really nice city too. Good for a night out.
Have you ever been in a situation where have you ever been robbed in one of these places? Because you travel a lot and you have to go to certain places that are not quite as friendly.
I'm trying to think if I've ever been robbed. I
feel like that
I've
would
left
come to
things
your
on my
mind.
seat and it's gone.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a
No,
battery
I'm talking
charger.
like someone's seen you and they've gone, yeah, I'm taking
Tried to
the
nick your
shit.
camera. There's been a few times where like you're in with ultras and they like just tell you to. So I remember going to FC Cologne. They got crazy fans, and I was very early to this. This was one of my first trips to Germany. We walked into the ultra section and I was kind of like filming around me, and these German guys go,
Hey guys!
I know.
Hey guys, how is everyone today? Say hello for my vlog.
It wasn't cringe.
you.
It wasn't even cringe. It was like they don't allow any recordings within that
Yeah.
section at all.
I'm
So
not
I'll
surprised.
just go in there just with my camera, and they're like, hey, and then they just completely shut it down, and then we had to go. But
Oh,
apart
really?
from that, I've not had any really difficult situations because I've learned when to stop, what to do.
Yeah. And a lot of people, one of the biggest criticisms that I personally don't back is when people, they're like, oh, you're just there and you just like constantly have your camera on all the time and you're not even really watching the game. Like you're sort of watching it knowing the camera's on.
Yeah.
How do you deal with it? Because obviously
is a misconception.
you want like
I'll show you why.
a natural reaction.
I will literally be there like this. I'll be watching the game and it's filming.
Like
and
that.
then in the edit, I will zoom in to the attack. It's the and then if something happens, I'll film like this, but I'm still reacting, I'm still talking, I'm
You're still watching the game.
All people are seeing is how I experience a match day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially when I go abroad, that's always what I've wanted to do. I wanted to show people in England what it's like when you go to Borussia Dortmund, what it's like when you go to Marseille, as an English guy in the home end. You know, people just love that narrative. It's not been done. That's why I love it. I see people give me stick because I take a camera to a game. But if it wasn't me doing it, then there's no one showing you what it's like with the Dortmund Ultras at Dortmund Bayern.
It obviously works, so there's still hundreds of thousands
Mate, people love it.
watching. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
there's so
Because
many
you
people
play with
watching.
teams on FIFA and you don't get a chance to see what their fans are really like. Apart
Yeah.
from highlights, that doesn't show you what it's like.
You're giving them an insight.
That's always what I've
Have you seen the bloke doing? I think his name is the padded seat.
Oh, what guy? Yeah.
Unreal page.
Is that what it's
I love
called?
it.
So
the
good.
Eternal Derby.
Yeah.
What a fucking name.
The attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just
Bang,
sounds.
Wow.
So
I've got to take you boys on an away day one day. It's a shame
Yeah.
you didn't do some Aussie football when you're over there. They're trying to pump their league.
We nearly did.
We got
missed it,
got offered
didn't
tickets
we?
to the AFL final.
Yeah.
but
I got that, bro. I saw that.
he's had a dribble. He's wet himself.
I've had
That's
one
okay.
too many.
Yeah, we got offered AFL ticket to the AFL final, but it was all right.
Simon Roundtree, he pissed himself in Qatar.
Exactly.
No, he's up to buggery again.
Yeah, he's up to buggery. Oh, God.
But yeah, this padded seat guy.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, elite.
he just this guy's a genius, by the way.
Padded seat, I
because
haven't
now,
seen this.
so what he did was he used to he still does.
He did the darts.
He goes to like hospitality, like the premium shit. Like, is it worth buying?
Oh, it's amazing.
The hospitality
I can't.
here.
I tell you what, I like the. If you guys can see this, if you're watching on Spotify with video, I like the graphics going on the front of the video. It's quite looks good.
Yeah,
It's covers.
So
It's nice,
he
that.
goes in and he experiences like whether it be a box or hospitality or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously they're getting like thousands and thousands of views now. So what people do is they reach out to him and say, "Hey, we'll give you like hospitality ticket, like the best ticket."
He's living.
So he's
I think
absolutely
I
smashed
think
it.
that's the best move. From
That's
clubs.
one of the best challenges
Any
you can
club
have.
that doesn't send this guy is having a massive howler. Because
Unless they know their hospitality's dog shit.
That's-
And there are some clubs that definitely need to upgrade
If
their
you got dog shit hospitality, you don't want him to show it.
I wonder if does he declare that he's been given them for free though?
Let me
No,
Because
because
I
I
think-
think it's
because-
quite obvious. Everyone that watches know that he's probably been sent.
If you can't figure that out for
Does he
yourself.
ever like dig one out? Do you know what I mean? And be like, this hospitality, I'm not gonna lie, they gave this to me for free, but this was dog shit.
Oh,
I
Alexandra
get what you're
Palace.
saying.
Because we went to Ali Pali Darts.
Oh, I did. Did you get some
courtesy-
stick? Did you get stick at Ali Pali?
Oh, actually, I need to tell you this.
Yeah.
I heard someone when we were in the VIP bit,
Yeah.
we were just like watching, I think it was Ethan do his thing, and someone shouted at, I don't know if it was like you lot or whatever, just like, get a proper job.
Yeah, mate.
Did you hear that?
Have you seen the comments on
Oh.
Ethan's Ali Pali thing? It is just, but it's so funny because the best people are actually the ones replying. So they'll be like, I thought this was supposed to be for celebrities. Can we get someone that we know? And then all the replies are, mate, it's not cool. Like they just make it seem like it's cool not to know the person.
Yeah, trying to destroy darts